this is Mr. Yu. I'd like to explain on this page the important definitions where your child needs to be very sure of what is being asked. For example, when they are asked to describe, pupils are required to give relevant details about an object or event. They are not required to explain their answers. So later there will be one questions in the following page which they are asked to describe how water was obtained in a cup when left overnight. And secondly, this is most important because many of the 2 marks open-ended questions students are asked to explain. This means they are required to give reasons or make something clear and simple to understand. It is not enough to give only the keywords as answers. And thirdly, state is the easiest. State, they need not give complete sentences. They just need to give the keywords. For example, state the processes involved in the collection of water. So simply maybe the answers may be evaporation and condensation. And number 4 is the area where students are asked to comment about the experiment. For example, what does this experiment tells you? So they are required to interpret the results of the experiment and state what the results meant, and they do not need to describe the results. For number 5, what is the purpose of the experiment? They are supposed to give the aim or state the aim, which is actually usually most of the time is stated in the questions. So they need to be observant to reiterate or restate in their own words the purpose of the experiment. And number 6, what would happen? So they are asked to give logical predictions and no explanations are required. So to understand this term well will actually help them to score well in section B. So I reiterate, they need to describe, understand the difference between describe and explain. These are the 2 commonly asked questions, and this is a real life example in these questions, which they can also use the phone to scan the QR code to enhance their learning in this YouTube video. And for example here, if you read the questions, Krista and her classmate dug a hole in a school in a small garden and set up an investigation to find out if it was possible to obtain fresh water from seawater. And the diagram below shows their setup. So the question stated here is, describe how water was obtained in the cup. As you can see, there are 3 hypothetical answers provided by students. The first student answered by evaporation and condensation. As you can see, this answer is definitely wrong. However, if the question is being restated in the way, state the processes involved where water was obtained. So if the question is state the processes where water was obtained, then the answer by evaporation and condensation would give the student the full marks. So this is how the student need to be very clear of what is being asked. So in this question they asked to describe and not state. So I welcome your child to be coached by me in my professional training or also in other forms of training through One Academy in our regular weekly classes, intensive training or online platform if the child is staying a distance away. Thank you. For further details, they can visit the website at www.oneacademy.asia or WhatsApp at 8268 5299. Thank you for listening.